Welcome back, everyone, to week 13 of building Ryloth. Let's get into it. Here, as you can see, I have the battle packs. I've not put them down for the rest of the troopers here. Over here, though, we have our Light My Bricks, and I'm going to flip this really quick because I forgot to. But that is the Bricklink order. Right here is the Light My Bricks in the second floor that we were working on, getting those lights set up. I'm gonna get this cleaned up a little bit in here because we got what we needed. Our Light My Bricks flux belt.
This is what makes time travel possible. The flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
That is exactly what we needed. We have two of them to get the power going and moving around in the circuit for our lights. And then we are gonna go ahead and finish these walls, flooring, lights, and get the roof put on to that second floor. But first, let's get the lights and flooring done. So I'm gonna go ahead and test the lights out in this time lapse and get the flooring done in this time lapse. We were working on the doorway last week. We were waiting for those parts to come in to complete the doorway. And we have these parts from the previous week. I just put them in a Ziploc little baggie so I didn't lose them while I was cleaning up this area. And we were gonna do basically like this. A doorway like this where it's utilizing snot technique. And we do finally have these pieces, so I'm gonna get these there and show you guys exactly what I was meaning with this. So just like this, and then a 1x3 tile piece is what I'm gonna put here, so it'll connect all the way across. And then this covers the, I'm gonna put it like this, a little arc. I could probably just do this like that and it definitely would stay in. I'm not gonna do that though, just because I think it looks better with the tile anyway. I could leave it like that though. But yeah, I'm gonna put one of these on this side and then I'm just gonna do a tile flush. And I think what I'll do is take this off on the top here and maybe add like a stud, a colored stud piece, 1x2, so that way it has a little bit of like a translucent red there. It'd be kind of cool, something like that. But yeah, so that's the doorway just like that. We did finish the interior here as well. The interior is pretty much complete with all of the tile in there. I added a hollow table. I just custom built a quick hollow table there, where I'll have some of the generals standing outside of that. And then you see these wires. Actually, it's just one wire. This is the light that's going to go up into the ceiling. The lights are ready to go. I have them over here and then placed on the bottom, with the wires coming out like that. But what I do think I'm going to do is I'm going to wait to show you guys the lights. I want to save it for the finale. I don't want to kind of ruin the whole ambiance, I guess you could say, of the lights in the first and second floor once they're set up. So I'm gonna save that for the finale. But just know that we have the lights here and ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and get those hooked up and then I'll test them off camera, have them ready for the finale. Over there, we have 3 more battle packs we're gonna rip to finish up the clones over here. And then as far as what I completed over here, I will give you guys a sneak peek of this. So hold on, I'm gonna turn off the lights here. Since I'm not giving you guys a sneak peek of the lights that are gonna be in the actual building, I will give you a sneak peek of these lights that I completed off camera that I told you guys I was gonna work on when I finished last week's video. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these up here. I had to turn flash off on the back side, and I'll show this later. There's a switch, but right where those clones are staging up, I just got lights put in there. And like 2 little lamp posts, as you guys can see there. I'm gonna zoom in there. So I have 2 little lamp posts with the Light My Bricks version 1. I actually found it at the end of that video of last week. So decided to get them hooked up and put as a little lamp post for the staging area. As they're walking down, you'll see those lights. And then obviously there's gonna be lights in there and then lights in the second floor. But yeah, I thought I'd show you guys that. Since I won't show the lights for the building until they're done because they look really good, I'm just gonna save those for the finale, but I'll show you guys those. I think this was pretty cool when I worked on it off camera anyway. So as you can see, there's 2 little lampposts. You would have saw it at some point anyway prior to the finale. So best to just show it now. It looks good. I'm super excited and happy to be this far along with Ryloth. But let's go ahead and finish this door archway. Let's get the second floor put on, even though the lights won't turn on yet. But I just want to get it put on to see how that looks with the roof. And then we'll rip some battle packs and get some clones staged up too. Alrighty guys, so as I was finishing up the walls here, I was like, why do I not have enough pieces for the walls? I'm gonna take this out because that looks terrible. And I realized I didn't put the windows in. So I have these large like window, I technically could call them doors. I'm gonna clean these because they do not look good. But basically, I call them doors because they can push like that. But no, they're supposed to be windows. So I wanted to put 3 right above the front side where the clones are staging, so I can have like a clone here, a sergeant in there, or commander watching over them from that window. But I calculated the walls to be perfectly, basically enough to finish all of the walls around up until the slope here. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So here in the slope, it's supposed to come right up to here. And I was like, wait a second, why do I not have enough walls? So I was like, I'm gonna have to do another brick link order. But I remembered, I was like, I don't have any windows. And the windows were supposed to be here. I actually had 4 planned to be there. But I think I'm just gonna go with 3. As long as I do have enough of the wall pieces, which this should be plenty to finish it out. If it isn't, then I will go ahead and probably put a 4th one in, because I did calculate it off of 4, but I ordered plenty, I thought, at the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these walls in through the time lapse. If we don't have enough to get us up to that point right there, then I will go ahead and put the 4th one in. But if 3 is fine, I kind of like 3 anyway, then I'm gonna go with this, because 4 would be on the pillar of the wall, and I don't really like that. So 3 is kind of the move for now. But again, if I don't have enough walls, I'm gonna have to do 4 anyway, because I'm not doing another bricklink order to finish these walls. We're getting these done this week. So yeah, let's go ahead and time lapse it and see if we have enough. Alrighty guys, so bit of a problem, unfortunately. And I was thinking about it before I put these pieces on. But as you see, we have the whole second floor on along with the rooftop, and I love it. But the problem with the doorway, you can see it already here. It's just bending because of the slope pieces, I guess you could say, or round pieces, I guess you could say I have here that I wanted to do because it definitely looks better. Unfortunately, these pieces are causing this to flex. As soon as I take it out, it fits much better on the whole build, and the roof goes on a little bit better too. So as you can see, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some slope here to like angle this so it doesn't look so choppy with the little 1x1s sticking out. We're gonna angle it a little bit better there, and I'm just gonna flatten this off with a 1x4 and then a tile piece. As much as I do love this design, it looks so cool. It just isn't practical, unfortunately, because of the fact that it bends it and it just doesn't look good once the roof's on. I will keep these little studs here, has little lights, but unfortunately we have to go with the basic way. I feel like I could make it work by putting a 1x1 tile on these and then bringing everything up one, but then you'd have to have a plate all around. I just don't know. I don't really want to deal with all that. So personally, especially with the time constraint, if I was able to take another maybe week or two on this, then yeah, but we need to get this thing out. We need to get this finale out, and we need to get going because we got stuff I got to do in May. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave it as is. And then I will go ahead and put a 1x4 there, a tile, and get this roof on. I don't know if this light's going to look very good with the ladder there, but it's fine. So we're going to go ahead and put a 1x4 here, tile, and then get the roof on there. And then rip some battle packs, get the rest of the staging area with the clones ready. And then I don't think we have anything much else. I'm trying to think of anything that needs to be done this week. But I'm looking at the top here. I didn't show you guys this, but as you can see inside of the mock, I actually went ahead and put that holograph or holo table there where we're gonna have some of the generals standing around here. I made it actually just with some snot technique. I think it looks good. I like it like this. So basically I'm just trying to make it look like the outpost is here and then the troops are staging over there. So that's why I put it like that. For a little holo table. Over there, I have a pipe that I kind of had to be very specific with this pipe because this pipe right here actually houses the light. It goes all the way through this, up and tucks behind there. It looks really good to hide the light, but it had to be very specific because one, we got to get that wire through the whole thing, so it couldn't be like the pipe I had in the first floor. And then two, I need to be able to open this because this opens up. This is the hatch for the second set of lights in there, so I have to be able to open that. And with this in the way a little bit, I need to be able to push it like this to get in there or just to remove it very easily, which kind of made it very specific on how I was going to build that. So yeah, this big divot here, I'm going to fill in next week because I'm going to go ahead and go in there with the lights to get them all set up before the finale. And when I do that, I'll cover the divot up a little bit better. But I'm looking now, guys, and honestly, like I said, it's kind of bittersweet. We're getting close to the end here. I'm going to get the troops staged up a little bit better over there. As you can tell, I'm not using my Rode mic, so bear with me on the audio. But I'm going to get most of the Phase 2 clone troopers set up here and then in the ATOT. I'm going to get General over here. You guys are going to see who we have over here today. And then I think I'm also going to finish setting up the armory zone because there's going to be armory right here. But yeah, that's kind of it, guys. I mean, next week, we're going to button down the second floor with lights, getting them, they're set up, but I want to go ahead and get them wired and tucked away, the wires all tucked away and stuff next week. But yeah, I'm just thinking of everything else that we wanted to get done for the mock, but I'm pretty sure this is it, guys. And then I'm going to have a nice finale video out for you guys on week 15. This is week 13. Week 14 will be buttoning it down. Week 15 is the finale, and then that'll be it. Finale, at the end of the video, I will announce what the next mock is going to be. I've already decided the planet, the battle, and everything I want to do. So I will go over that on the finale at the end of the finale there. But yeah, we're pretty much coming to an end here. So let's go ahead and rip these battle packs, get these clone troopers set up, get the armory done, and call it a video. So we have finished setting all of those clone troopers. I built that armory in that time lapse, and as you can see, it's over there. Now, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal the squad I'm gonna have here, kind of helping oversee operations. We still have a couple Jedis I'm gonna feature here in the mock. They just are not on the mock till next week. But it is the Bad Batch. So it's just a little nod to my previous mock. If you guys know, I did a diorama and brought it last year to BrickCon, and that was of the Bad Batch fighting Crosshair when he had turned and joined the Empire. However, what I did is I actually have this as Crosshair when he's back and good. So our favorite time of Crosshair, the beginning of Bad Batch and at the end of Bad Batch. So over here, I have Crosshair looking out on that crow's nest I was talking about. I just grabbed the visor. I don't know where I put it, but I'm going to put the visor on him, or the rangefinder, I mean. And then down here, I have Echo, who's going to be standing right behind the Jedi that I'm going to put there. And then, as you see, we have the clones loading up into the AT-OT with a few of them already ready to go. And then back there, we have that clone group that's getting ready to go too. 2 more clones moving, a clone there, and I'm gonna zoom in here and you can see that's the armory that I built there. I really like the armory, actually. It's kind of cool and fun building that. So there we have Wrecker, and Wrecker has himself a dumbbell. Of course, he is getting his pump in while he's watching these clones get ready to go. Those clones are grabbing their guns and they're moving on to the staging area. All these clones are going up into the mock, and then right there we have Echo. Echo is standing there just watching, making sure everybody's going in and out. He's going to be propped right there. And then up here on the holo table, I actually have Hunter. I have him there at the holo table, and he'll be there with another Jedi watching or I guess going over the preparations. They are staging for a large-scale battle on Ryloth, and so that's what's happening in the behind the scenes for Hunter. But yeah, so those are the clone troopers I featured. Of course, it's not realistic to the story or realistic to what was probably happening on Ryloth, but personally, I love the Bad Batch. I hold them very close to my heart when it comes to Clone Wars and Star Wars in general. So I wanted to feature them in another mock. I probably won't feature them for another mock for a while, and so I thought this was going to be it for getting them into the mock, and I don't have any intentions of bringing them back for the next at least 2 mocks, so it's going to be kind of sad not seeing them on a mock, so I got them in here. Now, like I mentioned, the Jedi, 2 Jedis are going to be coming in next week. I'm going to place them on the mock. I actually have them already. I just haven't done it. But I'm going to save that for next week because I want to reveal slowly as we get to the finale. But yeah, they'll be on this mock. And then we will have pretty much the roof on, lights wired in with whatever lights I'm going to be putting into the mock. Again, I'm going to reveal that on the finale. Next week is just going to be button up, probably short, week 14. Recap of everything we've done. Recap of what we've completed that week to get everything ready to go for the finale, and then the finale comes up next. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go ahead and wrap it up and then go over what we got going on for next week on that button-up phase, and then the finale and what to expect for the finale. Week 13 of building Ryloth. We are getting so close to the end, guys. Week 14, like I said, I'll go over. It's just going to be button-up phase. Pretty much getting any slope pieces I have left that I want to put down on the mock, getting the Jedi's place, getting the lights and roof on, getting everything wired correctly and hidden, at least the wires wise hidden, making sure all of the colors work, making sure the phases and the different sequences for those lights work, making sure it's set up. We're going to move these tables into the center of this room and get the mock on that table by itself, ready to go for the finale video. And then the finale will be a lot of B-roll, a lot of cinematography, as you could say, in the mock. A lot of just fun stuff going around, going over the storyline of what's happening here on Ryloth, what's happening with the clones right now, what's happening with the Republic in general, what sort of time period is this in, going over all that good stuff in the finale. But for buttoning up, we're just going to get this thing ready to go into the center of the room, ready for showcasing and taking a video of it. Really does kind of suck that I'm not able to get this to convention. Unfortunately, like I said, we don't have any conventions coming up soon. And I have another mock lined up, which I'll reveal on the finale video of what we're going to be doing for our next mock. Our next mock will be making it to a convention. So the faster we get the finale done with this and we get the teardown done with this, the faster we can get ready to get going into our next mock, which again, I am super excited for our next mock, beyond excited for our next mock. I did a lot of research, a lot of studying. I'm going to try and make it realistic to what was happening in that battle, but also realistic to what we see in Star Wars too. So super excited with that. It will be a Star Wars mock, obviously, like I just said. I think the next couple I do will probably be Star Wars before I ever branch out into a different genre. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.